will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, where they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. The first carry now for Rex Burkhead. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Don't be scared.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Wait, 53! Watch screen, watch screen. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Chalcos, 80 weapons. Hey, 66.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Gostkowski the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run with Geis. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards on the play.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Brady. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Wait, 20! Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run! Sugar!
Now a first down carry, it's Michelle. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
I'm coming after you! 25! Check 25! Check 25! Dash! Go now! Easy.
From just shy of midfield, Brady going deep here for Bryant. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Brady gives to Michelle. And an alley to run. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 32. First down, Patriots.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
50's the money.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Redskins 14, Patriots 7.
Wait, that's 380. Greystone, Tabby. Let's go, baby. 36. Check 3. Hey, 66. Tighten up.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The New England Patriots remain consistent on offense with a stable of running backs. They added Sony Michel, the 31st pick of the draft in 2018, to that stable at the University of Georgia, mainly for his ability to run inside the tackles and add a little thump to their game.
On 2nd down, Michel. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength. That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a run with Geis. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Haskins on third down. Complete. Richardson has it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Geis, they'll try to run it. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches, go right to the quarterback sneak. Normally, that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call. If you
don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though. Hindsight's 20/20.
20/20 and never defeated.
Haskins on the keeper. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now there's still a... And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Adrian Peterson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's going to look deep for Edelman. It's caught inside the 25. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Oh, you got deep? Check. 72.
First down, here's White. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Benjamin Watson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now 21-17. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check. Watch 54.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Edelman. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Again, it's Michelle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Wait, that wide, 80. Mike 50. Trouble.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking for Harry. He airs it. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. N'Keal Harry with his first career NFL touchdown. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. The point after try for Gostkowski. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Patriots 24, Redskins 21. Steven Gostkowski to kick off.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down. At about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
We'll see what they have up their sleeve. From the 27, Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Brady gives this to White. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go right back to White here on 1st down. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Stepping up, he'll try and run. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wait, that. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Motion, I got one. Regular. Conto. Hey, switch gears. Sugar.
On 2nd down now. Michelle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Wait, that. 380. 20. Oh, here we go. Oh, check. Crunch. Check it.
Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Check pass, check pass. We got it, we got it, we got it.
Hey, goal 66.
SOS.
They begin with Michelle on the ground. Space to maneuver at the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 48 yards on the ground. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
72.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the 18-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 31, check 31.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And an alley to run. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Jamie Collins, formerly of the Browns, in on the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd down, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. The throw taken in by Sims. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here we go with Geis. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Darius Geis denied. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Tom Brady needing a fourth-quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the fourth quarter like they are now. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Sugar! 50. Pick it up, defense. Take it.
Brady now to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long.
Shit. Alert. 35 to Mike. Tighten up. Pull it together. Motion. Easy.
From midfield, here's Brady. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Check it, reload! Shadow! Hey, team 6! Ozzy! Hey, check it! 72!
The Pats do snap it. It's Brady escaping the pressure right. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now Michelle. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brady to throw. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 17-yard line.
And the Patriot first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch it. Safety's creeping. Let's go. Go bandit.
On first down, Michelle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, Alabama. 380. 50's a month. 72. Go Mike 50. Mike. Hey, exit. 50 Johnson, son. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. Hey, Alabama. Hey, 66.
Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
No, 66.
To throw is Brady. This is White on the screen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
4 down. Hey, guys, I got 15. Mike 35. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Rip. The field. Let's get off the field. Hey, watch the edge. Hey.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over. He's got daylight. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. N'Keal Harry, the rookie, his intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go on. No, 66.
Throwing again. Brady. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting.